Hi, welcome back to Chef's Corner at Frenchman's Creek. I'm Chef Tim Recker. We're again here in the Pavilion Kitchen again this week. We're rolling out a whole new program here at response from our F&B committee, which we really appreciate their guidance. There's a lot of requests for some healthier options, and we thought we'd be able to do something that would integrate with everybody. So what we've designed is what we're calling the training table here at Frenchman's Creek. So each week there'll be one or two dishes. Each dish has been designed to fit a certain lifestyle, whether you're training for a marathon or golf or tennis or just to live a really great life. Each dish will be under 500 calories, lower in fats, really clean, lean proteins, complex carbs. We're running it through an app to give us some approximate nutritional numbers. We're able to put that on the menu for you guys so you can pick and choose what you like that's going to fit your lifestyle. So this week we're setting up for our next dish. Chicken Parmesan is everybody loves chicken Parmesan. Super favorite here at the club. So we're going to make a healthier version of that, one that you can make, and I think it's still going to give you the same flavors and that enjoyment. So we're going to start out right away. We're going to start up by heating up our pan. And while we do that, we're going to get ready with our chicken. So we have boneless, skinless chicken breast here. It's been pounded out to little scallopini so it'll cook fast. We have some gluten-free flour, egg whites, and then we have some panko breadcrumbs that we mix with a little bit of Parmesan and fresh Italian parsley. Panko's great. It gets really crispy. You don't need a lot of it, and it lets it get crunchy. So as the pan heats up, we're going to use a little bit of non-stick, no-calorie spray. And then we're going to dust our chicken. So in the kitchen, we call this standard breading procedure. So it's always flour, egg, and then whatever else. This is breadcrumb. Flour makes the egg stick. Egg makes the breadcrumb stick. And we're just getting a really light coating on the breadcrumb, but because of the panko's properties, it's really crispy. We're going to just lightly brown this off before we pop it in the oven to finish up. And if you're cooking this at home, this is super fast as long as you have everything ready to go. This dish can be on your table in a couple of minutes. And our last chicken breast here. Obviously, everybody knows chicken breast is super healthy. I don't know anyone who doesn't like chicken, so I'm going to put that in there. Now we're going to use the little bit of more non-stick spray. That'll help us get some browning. Browning equals flavor. It's going to give us a little bit of caramelization and help those crumbs crisp up before we pop it in our oven. It's not going to take long. Again, it's not going to be deep fried or pan fried in a lot of oil like you would do a normal chicken Parmesan. But it still should give you the same flavors and the same properties and let you enjoy one of your favorite meals and still try to keep yourself healthy. And then you got to save some room for dessert later on. So as this finishes up, we're going to take a little baking pan, we're going to hit that with spray. We got a little nice color there, so that'll help some flavor. We're just going to pop this right here on the tray, and we're going to put that in our oven and let this heat up. And while that's finishing cooking, before we top it off, we're going to start some of our side dishes here. So we have two side dishes. Like chicken parm, you got to have pasta, right? So we're going to make Zoodles, so zucchini noodles that we put on a vegetable spinner. We're going to make that with a little bit of our homemade marinara sauce. We make all our sauces, stocks, salad dressings here from scratch. We also have some roasted broccoli we're going to put with a little bit of lemon. And again, you're going to see there's almost no oil whatsoever in this. There's no butter, but we're still able to get some really good flavors. So we're going to start with the broccoli, a little bit more non-stick spray. We have some fresh broccoli here that we roasted with a tiny bit of olive oil and a little bit of oregano. We're just going to reheat this real quick. I love roasting broccoli. I think you get that little charring. It gives it a lot more flavor. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh pepper, and if you use fresh spices, you can use less. So by grinding our own pepper, we don't need to use as much pepper. And then a little bit of fresh lemon, and that'll really brighten it up. There's a lot of flavors in this dish, but the lemon will bring a lot of acid to it, and that'll really help that. And it's that simple. We're just reheating the broccoli because we roasted it ahead of time to get that charring. The broccoli actually is also, if you're into air fryers, which I think are really great pieces of equipment, air fryers work great for vegetables. You can hit it with the spray, season it any way you like, pop it into the air fryer, and you're going to get a really great charring and a really great dish. Now we're going to make our Zoodles. Again, this is very, very simple. So we're going to use a little more spray just to help it on there, and we're going to start this with a dry saute without our sauce. Zucchini has a lot of water in it. We want to get some of that water out. And we want to let our pasta kind of cook up a little bit. And it's going to cook quick, and we want it to have some texture. Obviously, with pasta, we want to do al dente, so we're kind of going to mimic that with our zucchini by leaving it a tiny bit crisp, a little bit of bite to it. So you can see we're getting some color here. That's fabulous. We want that. This is going to wilt down a tiny bit. It is going to take a little salt and a little fresh pepper, and you put as much as you like. One of the things about if you're trying to eat healthy, you want to eat voluminous, because, a guy like me trying to lose weight, I'm hungry. I want to eat a lot of food. Vegetables are a lot of food. You can this is one zucchini, and you can see how much it's going to fill the plate. Now it's going to wilt down, but if you had that much pasta, if you're trying to be healthy, it's going to be a lot harder to do. So we're going to let this finish cooking. And while this comes down a little bit more, now we're going to be able to pull our chicken out. We're going to top it, and we're going to finish that off. So we have our chicken here, and it is almost cooked. Just perfect. Okay, now, of course, chicken Parmesan. Again, you need some fresh marinara sauce. So we're going to spread that on there. We make marinara sauce all the time. Really simple. It's a very clean dish already by design, so it fits perfectly with this kind of cooking. We have, it's garlic, a little bit of onion, canned San Marzano tomatoes, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. We don't even add any sugar to it. And we finish it off with fresh basil. So it's super, super clean and healthy. We're going to melt that down. We used a little bit of fresh mozzarella. One, it's a little bit better, but you can use less and still get the mozzarella. So there's only an ounce of mozzarella on there. And our noodles are looking good. So we're going to hit it with a little more of our homemade marinara sauce, because you got to have pasta with your chicken Parmesan, right? And tomatoes have a lot of really good qualities if you're eating healthy. Lycopene, lots of good nutrients. And then we have some fresh chiffonata basil. Healthy food should have a lot of flavor, and that takes the place of things like fats and butters and creams that a lot of chefs will use in dishes, and we do too for special dishes. But in this kind of application, we want to get all the flavor we can without adding any extra fat. So unless it has a good purpose to the dish, we don't want to add it to it. All right, so the noodles are coming down. Our sauce is starting to coat the pasta. We're going to add a little bit of pasta water that we happen to have here. You can use a little bit of water, a little bit of vegetable broth, even chicken broth, just to help that finish wilting. And we're almost done. We're doing this real time. You can see this whole dish is going to take us, definitely less than 10 minutes. We're going to be plating up in a couple seconds here, and we'll be all set. Now I know the marinara is already seasoned, so we already seasoned our noodles as we cooked it. The salt helps it break down a little bit. And now you can see we're getting a lot more like a pasta texture. We're going to let that finish. And that also allows some of the water to cook off and make the pasta, because we don't want it to be watery. There's a lot of water in vegetables, which is obviously very good for you, but this will allow us to finish the dish off really well. Give it a little blast of heat. And then we'll move to the plate. By saving calories and nutrients on things like not using oil, using the right cheese, no sugar in our marinara sauce, we're able to save some room so we can actually use a little bit of fresh Parmesan on the dish to garnish it. Because, just because it's healthy doesn't mean it can't look pretty. We always eat with our eyes first, we say in the kitchen, so we want it to look good, healthy, vibrant. And when it comes to your plate, we want you to look at it and be, man, I want to eat that. That's what we're striving for. All right, so we're actually good to go. We're going to shut this down, and we're going to move over to the plate now, and we're going to plate up the dish for you. All right, so here we are at the plate. We're ready to plate up. We have all our stuff ready to go. Food is hot. It looks great. Smells really good. So we're going to take our plate. We're going to start with our noodles. So we have our zucchini noodles with our homemade marinara sauce. And you're going to see just how big this plate is. So you're going to, you can eat really healthy, and you're going to be full. You may even have some leftovers for tomorrow. So we have that. So we have our noodles. We have our broccoli here. So our roasted broccoli, a little bit of fresh lemon, a little bit of oregano. I'm going to put that there. Then we come to our chicken. So we have our chicken parm. Now we use fresh mozzarella, so it's not going to brown as much, but I think you get a much better flavor. And the chicken is gonna, just using a little bit of cheese, it's gonna taste like it's a lot more because of the fresh mozzarella. We're gonna put that on the plate there. Move this aside. And then we're even gonna garnish this just like we do every day in the kitchen. So we have a little bit of fresh chopped Italian parsley. It's got such a great flavor, really fresh and bright. And then you gotta have some Parmesan cheese. So we have some grated Parmesan cheese. And we're not using hardly any, but it'll add a little bit of umami, a little bit of salt. And we're gonna put a little bit on our broccoli too here as well. So you can see we used almost no oil, very little salt. There's very little fat in this dish. It's egg whites in the breading. And we came up with a really great dish, I think, to mimic a chicken Parmesan, but for a healthier lifestyle. So we have our training table dish for the upcoming week. Lemon roasted broccoli, zucchini noodles with homemade marinara sauce, and then healthy chicken parm with fresh mozzarella. Thanks for tuning in again this week, and we'll see you guys next time on Chef's Corner at Frenchman's Creek, where we'll prepare another one of your favorite dishes.